Nothing here. Welcome back to the channel. Going to be doing some testing, some experimenting with all the different types of rounds in Blitz. Now there's Heat, HE, AP, APCR. I mean, you have a lot of different rounds and want to see what the Ricochet, the different capabilities are, what you can do, what you can't do. And we're going to just try some of this out. So we're going to try just seeing, I know you can do some of these things, but we're going to just test the Ricochet ability with an APCR, and it does work. So if you are next to a tank that has a shell shot at it, like maybe one of your friends, and it bounces off of them, it can hit you as well. So now we're going to test this out with a heat round to just see if maybe at any angle that we can get, to see if maybe we can get this heat round to bounce. Now when playing in the game, I swear I've had it before where a heat round has like bounced off or something and hit me. But according to this, let's just see what we can do. I'm trying to get the steepest angle and I cannot get the heat round. Now we're going to try an HE. No. Okay, well, not bouncing that one. Okay, so that is not bouncing off. However, I do know that if you are too close to maybe your teammate when an HE round is hit, either on you or your friend, both tanks, both of you can actually get damaged by that splash high explosive radius. So I'll just go ahead and demonstrate that here real quick, just so you know exactly. So I'm going to go ahead and just aim at the mouse only with the high explosive round, and you can see that it also, well, didn't obviously isn't going to do anything to the mouse with its thick armor, but you can see how when I hit and that HE round explodes off the mouse, that it is doing damage to the Panzer II. I'll just do it again here. Make sure I'm not touching the mouse. And you can see once again that high explosive round if you're next to a friend that's too close. Now I have done it before where I have gotten 2 kills with one shot if both tanks are at super low health. So now we're going to do just the standard AP round. We did APCR and we're able to get the Ricochet. So we're just going to see if we can get the AP round to do the same, and it does work. So using an AP round or an APCR can get the bounce. Now I'm going to test it out with the missile and just kind of see what the missile will do at a hyper angled position to see if maybe a bounce. And no, it acted obviously in what was expected, kind of like the heat round. Trying to just do it again just to see and double check, get that hyper angle, see if there's any bounce or something we can do. And still it acts much more like the heat round does, which is expected. As you select the missile round, it does label it as heat. So now we're going to test out and see if a shell can go through one tank and hit another. Just by testing. Now the Sheridan has a lot of spaced armor, a lot of gaps. We're just going to shoot at only the spaced armor. That won't damage the Sheridan because it's not technically the tank itself. And just see if we can damage the Panzer II. Now I do have friendly fire on, like I have in the previous ones, and I'm trying to just shoot the Sheridan's spaced armor to see if we can get a shell to go through at all. And I'm not having much luck here. Let's try it one more time. Okay, nope, it does not look like it. So we're going to go ahead. I'm now going to see if I can shoot through the tracks and hit or damage another tank. So we're going to just test this out. So we got the Sheridan here, and we got the Panzer right behind it, and I'm going to just shoot the Sheridan's tracks to see if we can get a shell to go through and hit the Panzer. Okay, so that doesn't look like it's quite going through. Let me try just one more. Angle it a little bit more. Let's see. We'll do one. Okay, so I tried that spaced armor one more time. Let me see. There's this other area of spaced armor here, just on the front. I want to see if I can get the shell just to go through maybe this one. And it still doesn't look like a shell can go through one tank in Blitz and hit another. Now in real life, that is very, very so possible. Now I'm going to try shooting in between where you don't see, where I'm not hitting the tank, the Sheridan, but trying to hit the aim for the pan. And it doesn't look like the shell goes through, even though the game shows I'm aimed in on the Panzer II between the tank tracks and wheels. It's still not going through, even though it shows that I'm highlighted on the Panzer II, and it doesn't show anything in that area. So that did not look like it worked. And just trying to see, maybe, let's see if we can now ricochet. Can you bounce a shell off spaced armor? Okay, so far it doesn't look like you can bounce around off spaced armor. So if you are next to maybe a friendly Sheridan that's getting shot at, you're much more likely to be safer from not having a round bounce off and hit you. But maybe the mouse might be quite dangerous. So anyway, thought this was kind of a fun experiment. Hope this was interesting. This is the Muffin here. You guys stay cool and keep tanking.